Hey guys, welcome to Cats, Tea, and Me. I'm I'm Diane. Hopefully some of my cats will be joining us, and of course, I have my wonderful cup of tea here. This is where I just ramble on about stuff I know, or stuff that happens to me, or just me being authentically me. So it's really for your entertainment, actually, and so that I can get it off of my chest. Now, I do like to do some automatic drawings as I'm talking and doing things, and we'll see where those lead. Maybe those will lead to something cool. So this time, I'd like to talk a little bit about the feminine and masculine energies, and really, oh my gosh, last week was a really tough week for me because I started out needing to heal the masculine and the feminine within myself. There's so much talk everywhere about toxic masculine, toxic feminine, and men and women. And here's the truth that nobody really wants to hear. The truth is that masculine and feminine energies have no gender. They have zero gender. Everybody, you, me, the man on the moon, everybody has both masculine and feminine energies. And it is our job to balance those out, to heal them, to nurture them, and to balance them out. Okay? That's our job. That's what we need to do. So whenever you're talking about masculine energies being male and feminine energies being female, that is a falsehood. That is something that people are assigning to make themselves feel better. But the truth is, we all have the masculine, we all have the feminine, and it is our job to balance them out, to be a better person, a more compassionate person, somebody who gives positively to their community instead of negatively filling spaces with toxic energies, no matter if they're masculine or feminine. I cannot stress that enough, is that masculine energy and feminine energy have no gender. Okay? That's the first thing that I had to get through my head. And that, honestly, I have both. You have both. We all have both. And it's not what you think, because each masculine and feminine energy has a light side and a shadow side. What that means is the positive side and the negative side, the side where it is doing good for you and the side where it is causing you to have lessons to learn how to be balanced. Okay? So I was doing some research and I was like, oh my gosh, what are these positive and negative, these light and shadows, these mature and immature energies? How do they look? How do they come about? And so I'm going to look for my notes here, because it was very intriguing to me. And I really had to dig deep. And I'm going to be honest, I was shocked at how out of balance I truly was, and still am working on balancing it out. But in a masculine energy, when it is mature, it shows up as protection, direction, stability, clarity, and certainty. It is leadership, focus, decisiveness, protector, emotional stability, clear, rational, and action-oriented. When the masculine is out of balance and immature in the shadow side, There's violence, control, abuse of power, avoidance, arrogance, rigidity, control, emotional detachment, aggression, relies on external achievements, which is overly competitive, domineering, insecure, and unable to be vulnerable. That was an eye-opener because I didn't think I had a problem with my masculine. But after reading these lists that I compiled through my research, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I think my masculine is more out of whack than my feminine. And it shocked me. It really shocked me because I'm thinking, well, yeah, I feel like I am a leader, but do I lead with compassion? Have I always led with compassion? Or do I get angry and aggressive? Do I force people to my opinion? Okay, those are things that I had to really think about. Can I make a decision on my own without having to consult 3 of my best friends? How competitive am I? How domineering? How much do I demand to be in control? And the protector in me, is it a positive protector or is it an aggressive protector? These were all questions that I didn't enjoy asking myself, uncomfortable questions. So let's get to the feminine. The mature, light side of the feminine is intuition, surrender, sensitivity, nurture, and openness. Compassion, empathy, nurturing, adaptable, emotional intelligence, and flow with change, flexibility, not being so rigid. I felt that I really had a lot of those qualities. And then I read the immature side, and that is overwhelm, confusion, uncertainty, anxiety, low self-worth, lack of boundaries, overly emotional, martyrdom, manipulative, indirect aggression, withhold love for a punishment, and plays the victim. And I thought, oh my gosh, what I thought were these strengths, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have some of those qualities and I see that in myself. And you know, I get anxious like everyone else. I get overwhelmed like everyone else. And I'm thinking, is my low self-esteem really causing such problems, such emotional problems, really? And the one thing that I really get about this is that when you get your masculine and feminine energies in balance, you are going to be emotionally intelligent. You are going to be listening to your emotions and listening to your soul and listening to your intuition, what you're feeling. And with that, you have to understand that you have to be an active participant in your life. You can't just then know this knowledge, acquire this knowledge, and sit back and do nothing, because life doesn't work that way. Just because now you have the knowledge doesn't mean that, oh, things are just automatically going to be fixed for me. No, you have to actually fix yourself, people. You have to actively look at what the problem is, where it's coming from, what are your emotions trying to tell you. I truly believe that emotions are a communication from your soul. We are all made up of mind, body, soul. That is the human condition. That is what we are. That is the human condition. So we're all made up of body, mind, and soul. You have to take all of those things into consideration. And balance all three out. And the masculine and feminine energies truly play a part in balancing all three of those out. Emotions are not just feminine and female. Remember, they don't have genders. Emotions are something that is human. Masculine and feminine energy are both human. So in order to have proper communication, you have to settle down and really listen to what your emotions are telling you. If you are angry about something, why? If you're angry at someone, why? Why did that trigger anger in you? It's always about you. Your feelings are always about you. It's never about somebody else. It is never about, let's say, let's call him Jake. Let's say that Jake made me angry. Okay? It's not Jake that made you angry. It's how you're feeling about Jake. What did Jake do to cause the anger to bubble up? What did Jake do to trigger you? Okay? That's what you have to look at, because we can name it anything. It doesn't have to be Jake. We can call it Oscar. We can call it Jennifer. We can call it whatever we want, because the energy is what is the problem. Jake is not the problem. It's the energy that is the problem. So maybe you want to name your energy something else so that you're not looking at it as Jake is the problem. Okay? So this energy is what it's not even a problem. I know I just said it's a problem, but it's not even a problem. It's actually a good thing, because it's letting you know what needs to be addressed in you, what needs to be healed in you. So that's where emotions are an excellent, good thing. And that is emotional intelligence. And that comes whenever you balance out both your masculine and your feminine. They are balanced together. Okay? It's emotional intelligence. It's being able to tap into how you're feeling and to find out why you're feeling that way. And then you can actively, if it needs fixed, fix it. If it needs addressed, address it. Whatever needs to be happen, once you have learned what the problem is, now you can come up with the solution for the problem. Okay? And the problem, again, is the energy. It has nothing to do with the person that triggered that emotion in you. That has nothing to do with them. They were the trigger. That's all. It's your trigger. It's your emotions. It has nothing to do with them. And the funny part is, they probably didn't even mean whatever they did or whatever they said. They didn't mean it in a way that you took it. You're the one that got triggered, not them. Not everybody is out to get you. Are there a few people that are out to get you in this world? Yes, but why? You have to ask yourself why. There's a reason why. That energy that you are putting out there is coming back to you. So what energy are you putting out there that is causing this such negative energy to come back to you, that people are deliberately doing bad things to you? Okay? That's few and far between, unless you're putting out a ton of that energy. It's all about the energy you put out there is reflecting back to you. So you have to find out what you need to heal within yourself in order to evolve that energy, to learn from it, to help it to balance out so that you can have a happier, more joyful, more productive life. And by productive, I mean doing what brings you joy. That's basically that is the goal in life. Okay? The goal in life is to find what brings you joy and share it with the world. Okay? And what I'm doing right now, I found that right now, healing myself is bringing me joy. And I'd like to share that with the world. Take it or leave it. It doesn't hurt me in any way. But if it helps you in any way, then what I'm doing here is important. So basically, we're just talking about the masculine and the feminine being energies. that everyone has. It is not a gender. Okay? We don't need to label it. We label it so that we can make ourselves feel better about it, or make somebody else feel worse about it. Okay? Once you understand that, you can get to work on balancing yourself out, listening to your emotions, balancing yourself out. It really is about trusting yourself. And again, we talked about self-worth in one of these columns. Your self-worth, what you think about yourself, is so incredibly important. And the sad thing is, we are taught at a young age to bully ourselves. You may not be a bully out and about to other people, but I have to tell you, so many people, including myself, have been bullying themselves. That negative self-talk that you do, if you would say that to somebody on the street, you would be called a bully. But yet we find it to be totally okay that we say it to ourselves. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. Okay? The only people that can truly take care of ourselves is ourselves. Okay? We're the only ones, because everybody has a different path to follow. Everybody has lessons and experiences and strife that is happening to them. Okay? It's not your job to police them, and it's not their job to police you. All right? The only thing that you can truly control in this world is your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your reactions, your healing, what you eat, how you move your body. That's the only thing that you can truly control. Okay? And when somebody else tries to control that in you, you know how bad that makes you feel. When somebody tries to force you to think a certain way, or, they overpower you, or, they talk about you behind your back or in front of your face. You know how bad that makes you feel. And yet you're doing it to yourself. Okay? You're bullying yourself. And that's a big problem, because we need to love ourselves. Love starts with ourselves. You're never going to find the love that you desire until you love yourself. And that's not to say that people aren't loving you the best that they can. They are. There are so many different levels of every emotion that we feel. People truly are trying to give the best that they can give at the level that they're at. That includes me. Do I think that I am so evolved that I give 100% unconditional love? I would like to say yes, but the truth is no, because I'm human. Okay? Have I always been the way I am now? No. Oh my gosh, no. I look back on how I was in my 20s and my 30s, and I think, wow, I've come a long way, because that shadow list that I was talking about with the masculine and the feminine, yeah, I had a lot of those qualities in the shadow side of both. And I had to work through it. But that's what life does, is it gives you experiences to learn and grow and evolve and be able to make your little community better for what you are now giving back. So, yeah, so I guess to just sum this all up is that, remember, masculine and feminine energies, they have no gender. Every single one of us has both masculine and feminine energies. And the goal is to balance them out so that we can properly listen to our souls, listen to our minds, listen to the souls, process it through your mind, and then take action through your body. So you have to, let me say that again, listen to your soul, process it through your mind, and take action with your body. It's the human experience. And if you are denying any of your energies, if you are denying having masculine energy or denying having feminine energy, you're denying yourself. You're seriously denying yourself. You're saying that part of you is so repulsive that you do not even want to acknowledge that you have it. And what your soul hears is, I hate myself. That's what your soul hears. I hate myself. Because you are denying that you even have masculine energy or that you even have feminine energy. You're denying part of yourself and you're hating yourself. So you're really, really, who you're hurting is yourself. And we've got to stop that. We've got to stop bullying ourselves. We've got to stop denying ourselves. We've got to stop it's like we're ripping parts of ourselves away, shoving them in a vault, locking them away. And if we don't see them, we won't think about them. And if we don't think about them, they don't matter. But guess what? That's when they matter the most. That's when they matter the most. When they're locked away and screaming to be heard, that's when they affect you the most. And that's when they come out in the shadow side, in the negative side, in the immature side. Okay? That's why they're screaming for you to listen to them and to acknowledge them. All right? So please stop bullying yourself. Please do yourself a favor and accept all of who you are. Work towards healing it, balancing it out, and becoming the best human being that you can possibly be. And the joy will just start to bubble out of you. And what you do with that joy, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Well, take care, my friends. Thank you for allowing me to ramble on. And I'll see you in the next.